listen to the neon buzz of store signs flickering above. Make my way past corner stores, past mom and pops, a welcome worn. I catch the sounds of melodrama that spill into these curbside auras. I listen to the midnight hum of life that's always on the run. Oh, I feel it. Do you feel it? And I'm
I think overall, the lighting is really the star of this short. The use of light and the contrast and the way that the lighting shifts between scenes and the way it's used to light all these different actors of different skin tones and everybody looks really beautiful is really stunning. That in combination with the makeup and costume design was really out of this world. I really enjoyed the narration over like the ease of the narration and the beauty and the succinctness of the words and the poetry and the spoken word over like the really vibrant flashing lights and the different scenes. I thought also the transitions between different set pieces from the streets to the dance party to like the more cotillion-esque finally to like the burial, all those scenes, the transitions were really smooth and really clean, and I understood the arc of the narrative. I also thought the romantic tension between the two leads was great. I thought that like stretching it out so that the kiss comes at the end is exactly what I was looking for as an audience member. And I thought that marrying those two things, like marrying the romantic tension with the lighting, with like the really beautiful score, really created, I think, the sort of futuristic but almost vintage look that they were going for. I thought that that really embodied like the theme of like what is love and how do we find it within ourselves and then externalize that.
I think it's really rare to see a piece that's as well balanced as this one. It's really easy, I think, for the words to sort of supersede the images or vice versa. But here, everything just complements everything else in such a just perfect way that it all feels like this cohesive whole. I thought the images were just this beautiful visual poem that underscored the words. I thought the visual representations of of the way people hide themselves and the way that people have trouble connecting. I thought that they were really brilliant images, just really smart imagery throughout. Um, I thought that both of the lead performances were fantastic, and everything was just it popped. It was gorgeous.
I really loved the imagery in every scene. Every time the scene changed, we were brought to a brand new aesthetic and feel and sort of tone as well. And throughout this film, every scene felt like it strayed farther from reality as well, which I thought was an interesting touch. The beginning scene felt like a love letter to Portland, which is awesome. I love Portland. And then as it goes on, it it felt very more and more abstract, which was interesting. Um, in the second sort of setting, I thought that the use of the masks was really cool touch, sort of to show the social mask that people put on public. As far as characters and their journey go, I really enjoyed seeing that main character go through this emotional journey to find himself and to find himself and where he stands with his partner, and how they fit together. So showing that through all of these really cool musical scenes, I really enjoyed watching that and going on that journey with him. Um, just the musical rap in general felt like slam poetry, and it was really easy to follow along with the scenes and follow along with what he was thinking in his head while going through these scenes. And I thought that was something I haven't seen before.
I think visually it was really stunning. It truly was this rhythm of the night, just like people moving throughout this landscape through dance and seeing these different creatures, this different nightlife. And having them go about this artistic, almost mystical version of a city and people throughout the night. It was really, really visually pleasing. I think it was shot really well. I liked a lot of the different lighting choices, the choreography choices. And costuming. It was visually really, really enthralling, and it was paced well to have these characters, you know, go throughout this little trip throughout the city. It was really interesting to watch, paced out really nicely, and just really beautiful.
I really liked the spoken word and the narrator as well, the performer. To me, it was about trying to fit in, you know, to feel like you belong, but in the end, you're really just killing your true self. And I loved the costumes and the makeup and hair, the set design, the locations, really liked all of it. Thought it was a really nice story and message about being true to yourself. No matter whether people accept it or not, you're being true to yourself. You'll find the people who accept it. Just thought it was really nice.
It was some sort of a sci-fi fantasy dream romp through the city at night. I like that it was, you know, kind of all being expressed. The visuals were an expression of the spoken word, you know, the poetry. Poetry was very cool. It was performed very well. And then the imagery that went along with it was very cool. You know, I kind of like how we kind of went through different genres. We ended up in this kind of Phantom of the Opera scenario with him being dipped by the skeleton-faced man in the ballroom. That whole thing looked pretty cool. Various parties and whatnot. A lot going on here. So yeah, it was very cool.
They have so much wiseness on these rhymes. It's cute and romantic, honest and vulnerable, depicting real struggles of humans in society and relationships, struggling with self-love, acceptance, admitting things to yourself, and daring to be who you want and being with whoever you want to be with. I just had mixed feelings with the tragedy and the full cuteness and romanticism. It is absolutely impeccable performance, and they just depict true love, which is always uplifting.